Hasan Piker's long history of hurting dogs by Sydney Watson. Yeah, we're gonna look at this. There's gonna be many clips of potential animal abuse here, so yeah, if this is a harsh topic for you, you should probably leave, because yeah, it's gonna be F this shit, I'm out anyways, bye, take care GT. But yeah, this is gonna be a bit rough, but yeah, we're gonna look at this. She probably has collected all the clips. To be fair, I've not seen all the clips. I've seen like the original, right? The one that kickstarted it. The one where he pulled on his previous dog's tail. And basically told the told the dog that he will kill it. Yeah, crazy. It's going to be very shocking. Call me Kayak because I am shocked. From the couch of the TV, Kaya will be free. True. Also, poor puppy. Absolutely.
Oh my God, I hate the left. I hate liberalism. I hate everything that's going on every single day of the goddamn week. I hate my life. I hate streaming. I hate socialism. Please go back over there.
Yeah, you cannot. Yeah, it is so obvious. Like, looking at these all side by. Let's be real, guys. Looking at these all side by side, right? Looking at these all side by side, we can absolutely tell, right? We can absolutely tell that he's doing something. Every time she moves, he moves and then looks at her. Like, we can tell that something's going on. We're not stupid, right? We aren't.
Go. England.
Trump over the course of the past.
Well, I don't like what's happening. Hi, my name is Sydney. Welcome back to hell. Just a quick reminder, once again, my little chickadees, that on my tea website, the winter flavors are back in stock: bourbon barrel chai, peppermint white chocolate, and apple cider. I'm also still running the 50% off sale on the expiring tea, although as you guys know, tea doesn't really expire. That being New York Breakfast, Earl Grey, and Emerald.
I can't buy more. I literally can't. We literally can't buy more. So I'm late. Don't worry. We literally can't buy more. My pub just got put down about 2 days ago, so this extra infuriating for me, maybe, possibly. Also, sorry for your poor puppy. Sorry. But you heard the collar manufacturer comment about this, that it's indeed a shock collar with duct tape on it, and if you want to know exactly what model you need to remove the tapes. Yeah, this isn't surprising. This isn't surprising. I've seen it already. Hiora Hay has covered it. Cyanide everything, but I'm not going to change my behavior. Yeah, that's the interesting part, right? He like blames everything but himself, of course.
Green. I should also note that I don't plan on reordering Emerald Green for a little bit, so if you like that flavor and want it, now is the time to get it. And as far as the Earl Grey goes, I was having a look last night and I realized that is the one that expires in mid-November. So if you want that, once again, now would be the time to get it using the code WeDon'tWaste. And yeah, let's do the video. I also just want to say as well that for some reason this video was really hard to make and I don't feel particularly funny at the moment, so there's probably gonna—
Yeah, this of course isn't fun to make. I don't know what to do without Apple. I don't know, Samax is eating. I don't know when she will be back.
Gonna be fewer jokes and goofiness in this, and I think it's because whenever I cover stories around kids or now apparently animals, I don't know, it like takes the wind out of my sails a little bit. So there is that. Please forgive me. So I am quite sure by now that probably the majority of you have seen all of this drama surrounding leftist streamer Hasan Piker. And if you haven't, I am glad for you, because it's been weird. And for those of you who don't know Hasan somehow, he is one of the largest streamers on Twitch, known for venerating terrorist groups.
Here, let's talk about our favorite flags.
Oh, like overall, what my favorite flag? Yeah, Hezbollah. Look it up.
Oh,
I'm not even kidding.
It's like crazy, right? It's like actually insane, right? This man talks about terrorists, right? Mostly, the truth is, mostly Muslim terrorists, because that's almost all terrorism comes from. While having this ugly version of the LGBTQ flag, I'm not gonna lie. This part is better than this part. This doesn't fit in, not gonna lie. Regardless, he has the LGBTQ flag on the table, right, with these people. And in general, he seems to be weirdly pro-LGBTQ. When a lot of these terrorist groups would throw LGBTQ people off of rooftops, it never made sense to me that so many LGBTQ people would defend this man. It never made any sense to me that people would support him when he clearly supports groups that would take their lives. It never makes sense. It never has made sense. And it will never make sense. Thanks, my pup had some kind of cancer or something, and I'm thankful I didn't go to the vet with him for it. It was quite the experience, apparently. Yeah, I had to attend, seeing dogs get put down twice. I had to do it twice already. And I'll probably have to do it again, very likely. That's just my luck, right? I have a 7-year-old Central Asian Shepherd. She's a big girly. I just hope that she at least reaches really old age. That'd be pretty cool. Okay. Have you ever heard about employees support the CEO even when they're wrong? It's a kind of behavior. I know.
It's actually a dope flag.
Encouraging people to be violent.
Let the streets soak in their red capitalist bloods, dude.
And once calling your girl over here an effing crybaby because I said that I don't like having men in female spaces. I hope I can find the clip of that because...
space where we're told that our opinions don't count because they're not the right kind of opinions, and we're constantly shouted over.
Yeah, look. Now she's the victim. Shut the fuck up, you fucking baby. You bitch ass baby. You fucking crybaby.
Wow. No more take. I don't want biological men in women's spaces too. And if that makes me bigoted, yay! So be it. I don't care. I do not give a rat's ass. I don't care. I don't care. Biological men should not be in women's sports, women's bathrooms, women's competitions. They just should not be there. I'm sorry. Then get your own fucking category. Get your own bathrooms. That's it. Sorry, no, I disagree. The room temperature IQ, it's not that hard to understand. Yeah, I know.
What a pleasant guy, really. No, I am shocked, truly. I am shocked that the internet would gang up on him at any point, given what a lovely little creature he is. Anyway, over the years, Hasan has come under fire for all sorts of things, like being a champagne socialist, living in a, I think, $3 million house while telling everybody how we need communism or
Isn't that the usual thing, right? Isn't that the usual thing? Oh, we need to tax the right. Remember Pokimane being like, we need to tax the rich, bitch. You are the rich. What are you talking about? The people that are rich are saying we should tax the rich. We see how that's weird, right? It's just so odd. My friend made a not funny joke about him being doxxed. Like, actually thought he got doxxed, but no, it was just a joke. Oh, is that a joke? Like, what if I thought you were actually doxxed? Like, my friend said, oh, I'm bored, so I did that. No one laughed. That is kind of weird.
Something. Venerating terrorist groups, like I mentioned, calling for political violence, and just being a general extremist. But lately, our friend Hasan has been in the news for another reason. Something that is being dubbed Collargate. A thing that went so viral, even my non-
I love the Collargate name. It's so good. Whoever came up with that, it's so good. It's so good. Yes, the rich living in a whole different reality. We know and forget about it every now and then. It's also that socialists are completely, right? The way he is, right? The way he is. Completely. And a lot of these big people are completely separated for what's actually happening to IRL people outside. And they think like they have the solution. No, you don't. You have like some made up utopian solution for everything, but you don't live in reality.
Political friends heard about this. They even covered it on Fox News, of all places. I guess now a bunch of boomers know about it too. Don't yell at me in the comments, that's who watches Fox, okay? It's the boomies. I'm pretty sure that Fox is on cable, and I'm not even sure who still has cable. What even is cable? For context, in sort of mid-October, Hasan, while ranting about his hatred for America live on stream, seemed to shock his dog Kaya using a shock collar when she tried to move off her bed. In the video, Kaya cries because being electrocuted hurts, as it turns out. I'm also not going to show you the full video on its own because I'm actually not sure that this would pass the vibe test as far as YouTube goes. It's got really random rules around all sorts of things. I don't want to test it, but more importantly, I also think that if you're like me and you like little animals, watching this will probably bother you.
Speaking of mouse, I think there is a mouse in this room. My cats are going crazy and looking around. Something's off. I don't know why, but something's off in here. They're all four of them are looking. Anyways, we need to tax the rich. We need to tax the rich besides me, of course. Absolutely, that's what they do.
You a lot. So if you want to watch the clip, go and find it on the internet. It is everywhere. Just warning you ahead of time. People immediately concluded that Hasan has been using the collar to force his dog to stay in place and in shot while he live streams. And soon this situation blew up. Streamers like
the funny part, my voice dying. The funny part is that this, even without the shock collar, I would still say this is animal abuse, because forcing a dog to sit in the same corner for 8 bro, what's going on? For 8 to 10 hours a day is, to me, still animal abuse. That is still animal abuse. I said it a couple times already, but to me, that's still animal abuse, and that won't change.
Like XQC and Tectone were calling Hasan out. Peter
Techie mentioned. Hey, even Peter. Guys, we live in a timeline where we have to agree with Peter. Like, what is going on? I don't want to live in that timeline, but now we do.
Issued a statement slamming shock collars as tools that cause burn wounds, displaced aggression, and chronic anxiety. Ethan Klein from H3H3 jumped in saying Hasan was clearly mistreating his dog, and every normal post Hasan made online was flooded with people calling him out, saying that he clearly knew what he was doing to his dog, because for the rest of us normal people, when our pets cry, we immediately want to comfort them because
yeah. If my dog makes like weird sounds, yeah, I'm immediately standing up and checking what's wrong. Immediately. He didn't even get up. He did not get up. See, my dog has like a chewing toy, right? She doesn't really do anything. She just doesn't chew on it, right? She just likes to have it around like some kind of baby, right? She just does that, right? And when she can't find it, because sometimes she just hides it under her bed, right? And she can't find it, then she starts to whine a little, right? And I need to immediately check, because, right, what if it's not because of her baby, essentially, because of something else? And then I have to look at it and find it and just give it to her. So she stops. But yeah, I don't really like people who treat pets like decorations. Like, just buy a cool statue or something at that point. True. But it is what it is.
We think they've been hurt. This sort of reminds me of that Netflix documentary, Don't F With Cats.
And it is what it is, because Twitch doesn't ban him, because he's apparently the golden child. And, well, it's just, ugh. The problem to me is the whole package, now that Hasan didn't check on her. Obviously, it's the whole thing, but the checking... See, the not checking on her adds to it. You know why? Because you could see that also, or interpret that as him knowing what happened, and that he doesn't need to check because, well, he knows she wears a shock collar.
Don't F with dogs, Hasan. Although I know that's quite common in your culture. Hello, kid.
Damn, Sid! Shots fired. That's damn. I mean, hey, Hey, his uncle Cenk said that he would legalize bestiality. Do with that information what you will. Dog owner that loves this dog can miss on checking. It's also things we don't know, obviously. But yeah, I think it just adds to that.
Kids Editing Sydney here from the future. I just wanted to make note of the fact, and we're going to talk about this other dog that Hasan owned called Fish in a little bit. We're going to come back to him. But as of today, and I didn't know where to slot this in admittedly, as of today, people are posting a new video and...
What is that a wound? Is that a wound? Is that a wound? That looks like a wound. I mean, that could have come from anything. Wait, what used a prong collar? Oh, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good. But I can't see the nature of how Hasan ignores her, and I don't care about taking care. So I've seen Hasan with the previous dog. Well, again, it just adds to that, right?
Picture where Fish, Hasan's previous dog, had a cut on its neck, which they believe was the result of wearing a pronged collar. I will show you the video here. I just wanted to make note of it because this is cropped up, and like we're going to talk about in the rest of this video, this is a pattern of behavior. What this guy does to dogs is a pattern of behavior. In an effort to appear normal, I guess, Hasan even took his dog to the recent No Kings protest because...
Right. We also here in Germany used, right, my parents were breeding German Shepherds, right, at one point in time. And they also used prong collars, right? However, these also were very regulated. Like, this can't happen with these prong collars. They used them. Now they don't use them anymore. They're also illegal now completely. But yeah, different times. So there's that. I didn't use that. We don't use that anymore. We don't use anything like that. No prong collars, no shock collars, no vibration collars. None of that. My Central Asian Shepherd doesn't particularly listen sometimes. She listens when she wants to. But regardless. Yeah, it's just like, ugh. It's just like, you can't do that. You can't do that. And if it's actually causing wounds, then that's a problem. Even more so. Son also said on a recent stream while drunk, now he loves sex with humans. Not joking, this is real. Yeah, I know that. Especially with humans, yeah. He said it. Essentially he said nothing substitutes sex with humans. And I was questioning, like, bro, what other things have you been fucking? What other things have you been going down on? Kaya, no! It's horrible. It's so horrible. It's so horrible.
I don't know, that's a very normal place to take a dog. A protest. Such good work, Hasan. I also love in these clips, in this video, that he has given himself one of those, like, press badge thingies. I don't know what they're called, like a Velcro, I don't know what the name of that is. But he's put on what looks like one of those Kevlar vests with a press thing. You're not a journalist, bro! No one with a fully functioning frontal lobe thinks this guy's a reporter. No one. And I would know. I have a master's degree in journalism that I sometimes cry over.
Cry, baby. Me, 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 me.
Sometimes I feel like Melbourne University just gave me a really expensive receipt. Anyway, Hasan's response to Collargate has been largely to change his story 900 times, but also continually call his dog spoiled and a baby because...
See, this would have all been over a while ago. You know why it's not over? You know what why people keep talking about it? You know what people keep talking about it? You want to know why? Because he keeps changing up the story. He keeps saying that our eyes, they deceive us, they lie. Instead of just saying, yo, yes, she's wearing a shock collar. This would all be over. Not bulletproof, but criticism proof. Doug, don't laugh. It's a serious concern. I'm always laughing. Hey, it's Australia Mona Lisa again. I mean, hey, yeah. I like Sydney. She's cool.
She reacts poorly to being injured. First, he said that the collar in question only vibrates and that Kaya got her little claw caught on the bed and that's why she cried.
This is the one that people are talking about. Okay, this is the one. This is the one that they saw. It has the capacity to vibrate. And that's it. Are you happy?
Then he said that this was
This is the man we see, right? This is the man we saw. He has the capacity to lie and to abuse his dog and potentially fuck it too.
It has the capacity to vibrate. And that's it. Are you happy?
Also, somehow I have it cheaper, but probably somehow I have a much larger, like my dog is much larger, but my dog's bed is like wildly more than, it's like probably like triple the size of this one, by the way, and she fits on there like 3 times.
Then he said that this was a far-right Israeli, like, psyop or something. I don't know. This.
Yeah, the far-right and pro-Israel Israel people shocked. shocked Kaya from, like, the collective hatred of Hasan. Definitely. My goodness. How does that work? Disappointed with the admin abuse event. If you don't know what admin abuse is, it's an admin guy who can't do spam, whether restock some PvP stuff from market raining coins, spawning brain rots from steal the brain rot. I have no idea what you're talking about because I don't play these. Why prop need bigger bed? I know, she's just the prop, I get it.
This one doesn't make a lot of sense. Then he said that the people pushing this conspiracy were mentally ill.
I know. Can we just move on, please? Because the memes were funny in the first couple of days. But now the only people that still are like actively pushing it are people who are genuinely mentally ill in the way that like anytime my arm moves around or like I unlock the gate or some like I do have a button on my desk for the gate, right? And I unlock the gate, and obviously if you have a dog, you know this already, when they hear that the gate is unlocked, they perk up. They're like, oh my God, he shocked her again.
Then he said that he didn't even have a shock collar to begin with, and people were clipping things out of context.
And they've moved.
I think there were also people confirming that he has a shock collar. If I'm not, look at his chat. Yeah, I get it.
Away from the initial conversation, which was, they moved away from the initial conversation, which was that like, she didn't even have that collar on to begin with. Kaya, please. And the only reason why I show the collar was because people were clipping other instances.
And finally, he settled on getting mad, telling everyone that he hates liberals and the left and everyone and everything. Because, I don't know, I guess this is the final stage of getting called out on the internet. Who is to say?
God, I hate the left. I hate liberalism. I hate everything that's going on every single day of the goddamn week. I
don't know if Kaya is this happy that somebody subbed, by the way. It's just so horrible. Dude's only line of defense are corn stars and their gooner squads. It's hilarious. And of course, we can't forget his favorite cug, Jellywig. Ludwig! Yeah, but even Ludwig said, yo, we're not even friends. And you know why? You know why Ludwig said that? Mr. I'm always switching. Like, it's just funny how the man suddenly switches sides. You can tell that Ludwig supports what's in the current, what's essentially popular. He always supports the side that is currently popular. It's really funny. And it's just funny how Ludwig throws him under the bus, and then basically his audience captured, where his own audience against forces him to fold. It's just really funny. It's just really funny. I wonder how his girlfriend reacted to him throwing Hasan under the bus after she so heroically defended Hasan Piker. You mean even Ludwig got permission to say it? Apparently he removed the shock collar, said something, and put it on again, basically, is what happened.
Hate my life. I hate streaming. I hate socialism. I hate every single person who thinks that the peak of activism is just being the most annoying, holier than thou, the most ultimately woke leftist. Is just, You did it. You did it. You have unlocked the nihilism within me, okay?
I mean, I, for one, think that this is a very measured and normal response. It is not symptomatic or emblematic of this man probably being mentally ill. Now, look, he is right from the perspective that this has absolutely sent a lot of...
I think he's a sociopath. I think he's a sociopath. Or he has sociopathic tendencies. 100%. I don't care. Ludwig would probably get punished zap because of statement. Wait, the of my area is 250. Sent me a gas mask. Rebozo. A lot of them. Goodbye, Joe. It was nice knowing you.
People into a tailspin of sorts, but I think he's missing the fact that this is because your average normal nice person does not like or condone animal abuse. Every time I see a story about this type of thing on Twitter, without fail, if I retweet it, and I usually retweet it, I will write something about capital punishment for these people because that is a position that I do hold. I have big problems.
Damn. True transgenders in South Carolina, Cassidy Hyatt and Jada Rogers, have been arrested for allegedly dumping gasoline on a dock and lighting it on fire. Oh yeah, goodbye. Death penalty. Yup.
With hurting little creatures. This might be some sort of extremist and or frowned upon position that I have taken here, but I don't think that doing horrible things to the most innocent on our planet and in our society is very evolved behavior. And I think that people who act like this are usually harboring other awful behavior. Not just serial killers, but there's other things to this. Like if you can really harm something that is totally innocent, like an animal, especially little baby animals, it's like there's something seriously wrong with you. But as far as Hasan goes, this whole situation has opened the floodgates to people realizing that this is a pattern of behavior, and he's been doing this for a really long time, not only with his current dog Kaya, but with other dogs he's had as well. Shocking. I know, water is wet. I fully believe—
Yeah, shocking. Truly shocking. Insane man yells at the sky type vibe is what I'm getting from him. A bit. Why is he on the news line every week? Isn't it obvious? Because he says super shit every week. It's like, this man is infinite content. You can farm this man for free. He is literally, you could build an entire channel right now only reacting to Hasan videos and it do well. And it would do well. I don't think it's penalty worth. Hurt the innocent isn't the worst crimes. I mean, the dog is dead if you light it on fire. I feel like... See, I think that the owner should have the chance to light them on fire if he chooses to. Anyways.
That the first clip that set all of this off does show Hasan shocking his dog, and people have gone to great lengths to prove that. Some reached out to the alleged manufacturer of the shock collar, who identified that Hasan's collar is the shocking variant. Others bought it the—
There we have it. Easy. There we have it. Not hard. There we have it. Interesting. Anyways, dude is still famous after such takes. Of course. Why would he not be? Like, his chat gobbles up all the shit he spews. I just understand how he can be so silent. I can't agree to disagree with people and stuff. I like Shoe on Head's content, but I don't agree with Kami Mommy's politics. But the son is evil. Kami Mommies. I like Shoe too. She talks about also a lot of good her content on essentially how society treats men are really good in my opinion, usually. Kami mommy. It's crazy.
Themselves, yada yada yada. But because it's the internet, and the internet is full of internet autists, a bunch of these people seemingly went and watched a ton of Hasan content to find more examples of the animal mistreatment, and it does really build Quite a grim picture. And this is really why a ton of people now are suggesting that Hasan uses his pets basically as props during his live streams, forcing them to stay in place for hours at a time. Within about a day of his initial denial, several videos surfaced either from past streams or from the stream in question, showing the same sequence of events.
Like, this doesn't make sense. She lays here, right, completely chill, right? Then this fucker starts reaching for something, and she immediately stands up and changes the position. So she's essentially just like, really, yeah, it's just, so she's like basically visible.
Kaya shifts position, Hasan reaches off scream, then a yelp or alarm, and then compliance. In another...
And then he also looks at her every single time when this happens. It's really weird. He bloody trained her. Well, not that well, apparently, if he needs the shock collar.
Resurface clip from months earlier, Hasan jokes about how he's teaching her to sit in place for hours and hours and hours on end.
We're using the elevated bed, as you guys can see. And one of the things with the elevated bed is that she has a leash on right now on the elevated bed, so she can't like really get off of it. So she now knows to sit in place.
He literally forces her to sit. He actually straight up forces her to lay on the bed 8 to 10 hours if he has to with a fucking if he has to like he forces. Train with fear is just bizarre and fucked up. Yeah, and now he's just essentially, he just bound her to the bed. Like some kind of old ill dog.
For hours and hours on end.
People then dug up another clip where a woman called Jennifer Welch, I think that's who this is, I'm pretty sure, notes that Kaya's collar is too tight and it's choking her. Hasan's very unconcerned response was that Kaya has a lot of neck meat, as if that changes the fact
the neck meat. Yeah, the neck meat.
That her collar was literally choking her slowly.
I love her. I think her collar's too tight.
Well, it's here we get.
You have to be able to get 2 fingers, and I couldn't even get one. I think you're choking her.
She's like the George Floyd of dogs. Anyways.
It's she has a lot of neck meat.
There are clips where Kaya so clearly wants to get off the bed and Hasan won't let her. And this is, dude, I don't know, like, I have dogs, I have 2 big dogs. This stuff is just so bizarre to me. This is not training, Hasan. This borders into bizarre, weird power dynamic with your dog. I don't know, man. These videos are bizarre. I really don't like watching these. I don't know why, but these ones I think make me more upset than some of the other things that have been floating around. In yet another video, Hasan calls Kaya a well-trained bear and once again forces her to get back onto her bed.
This is a very well-trained bear. Also, look, what do you think this is? What do you think that is? That is a well-trained bear. Okay. You're really like, don't do it! Don't say it! That's where we're at. What is this? Quiet as a mouse.
Bro! Why? Why? Why are you forcing her to go back? What would be so bad? What would be so horrible? If she actually just laid on the floor, what would be so bad about it? What the fuck?
What are you looking
at? In my misery. How dare you poke it at the floor? She doesn't shine a spot on the floor, doesn't support the stream. True. It feels like he just has the dog. Because, like, oh, he has a dog. He's such a good person. Look, somebody who has a dog can't be a bad person. Yeah, nah. I don't like him anymore. What he's doing is evil, but all of his content isn't bad. Separate the art from the artist. I can't. Because the artist is a human piece of garbage.
What are you looking at?
And if you're like, oh no, Sydney, this is just a guy who wants his dog to stay put, I think you're wrong, actually, and I don't think that's what this is. Someone did a time lapse that showed Kaya sitting in the same spot for hours on end and basically being instructed to get back in her bed whenever she got out of it. So I have seen the argument being made that dogs do in fact stay in the same spot for hours at a time, and I will agree with that to the extent that usually that's when they're sleeping. You know, like when they're asleep, when they're not switched on. And I can say this from my own experience. My dogs will often come in and lay on the floor at my feet or off to the side of me when I'm editing or filming or doing whatever. And actually a lot of my clips, I have to edit out the little pitter patter as they come and go in and out of my office. And it's like, them staying next to me, yeah, they'll do that for a little while, maybe, and then they go outside and they go chase a squirrel, or, you know, they want me to give them a cuddle and then they go away, or they want to go and have a drink of water or something. A dog staying in the same spot awake for hours at a time, I don't think is terribly normal. Dude, you are so stinking cute. I just want to squeeze you till...
That's the first time I see her dog! Let's go! Dog acquired! See, my little Luna, my big Luna, she usually, so what she does is, she usually just, like, if she stays in one spot, she's sleeping. Like, she's just sleep for like 2 or 3 hours, right? She's just napping around. She lays down, sleeps. And then, like, she'll go up, she'll walk around a little, she'll grab her toy, she'll drink some water, she'll do something, whatever it is. She's gonna roam around. She's gonna annoy me. Like, she's gonna... So what she does is when she wants to go outside, she yawns at me. Like, I'm not kidding. She'll look at me. She'll look at me. And she'll yawn at me. She'll yawn at me. And then that's a sign, bro, I gotta go outside. That's what she does. She's like, yeah, she knows what to do. And that's like, she doesn't stay at the same spot for like awake for like 8 to 10 hours. She doesn't do that. Do you understand? She's his favorite prop, and the moment she's out of frame, they'll see through the charade of all his virtue signaling about Hamas being the good guys, true and real. Definitely suspicious. My pup that I still have is always on the move when inside or outside. Yep. True. Both of them look so similar. It's a big dog. Yeah, that's a cutie.
You pop, but I won't do that because we're talking about animal abuse, and I don't want to be mean to you by popping you. Okay. Okay. Bye. Yeah. Okay. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Bye bye. You can go. Bye. And the thing that's so clearly messed up about this is that Hasan thinks that being nice to his dog is spoiling her, and he's repeatedly said this. In one video, he mentions how it's some sort of special event that Kaya was allowed to free roam around his house, I guess.
Free roam is a special event for the dog. My dog can go wherever she wants. Now, she won't, but she can go wherever she wants. If she wants to. Like, she can easily go, like, from my room and then downstairs into the kitchen without any issue. See, I couldn't stop her because she has achieved the art of opening doors. So I couldn't stop her even if I want. She doesn't do it, but she knows how to do it. But yeah, she can do wherever she wants. She can go wherever she wants to go. And, like, I can keep her outside for, like, a few, like, for, like, 2 or 3 hours, no issue. And she'll just, start digging holes. But aside from that, it's fine. Wait, my dog is... If to be honest, have a lot of chill moments. If not, plays one another. He's chilling like 3 spots in the house most of the day. And if he needs me to take him out, that's the cutest way to ask. He's pushing his wet nose against my arm and going back. Yeah, mine just yawns at me. And sometimes, yesterday she put her paws on the bed. Yesterday she put the paws on the bed, and then, you know, yep, she gotta go outside. And what else does she do? Oh yeah, she'll pick up her toy. She'll pick up her baby, because that's what it is. It's her baby. She'll pick up her baby, and she'll throw it around to show that she needs to. Like, she does it to annoy me, so that I do go outside. She does that. Her baby. Yes, I call it her baby because if it's not close by, she'll start to whine. So it needs to be there. Free roam is basically being able to exist. Yep. Pretty much. My cat roams so much. He has kids in a different society. True. I mean, cats overall roam a lot more than dogs, right? Dogs need a lot more sleep than cats do, somewhat. It feels like. Except the big boy here. So what you're saying is your dog does dog thing, like digging holes? That's crazy. Yeah. The problem is that, see, when you don't close these holes, then grass will grow over it. Then in summer, it can happen that you step into one of these holes and break your leg. So, this is a story. My little brother walked around in the garden and my dog grabbed the hole at one point. She just dug a hole at one point, right? And grass grew over it, right? He didn't pay attention. Then he essentially stepped into that hole, hurt his, like stepped in there wrong, right? Hurt his ankle, and then walked back to the door and started vomiting out of pain. It's so yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun at all. Roman fuck a lot. At least I don't have to pay child support for his kids. Wait for that. The cat child support is coming. The cat mom is gonna be at the door and knocking and be like, yeah, here, actually, that's the bill. Your cat has impregnated me. He has to pay.
A lot of people are saying, someone's been a bad girl in my absence, by the way, and you can tell because she's like literally crying. She's not used to place because while I was gone, she got the free roam like a cow the entire day. I don't know if she actually got a decent amount of workout this morning or not, but oh, okay, she did go to the park apparently, and she's still being a baby. My haters are causing me to be more reactive to my dog when she's being spoiled, and then trainer
spoiled. That is not spoiling. Spoiling would be feeding her too many snacks, so she might get a little overweight, or might get overweight. That is spoiling. Spoiling is letting her get through with bad behavior, right? She starts chewing on random things, right? Which she shouldn't do. Okay. But going to the park or letting her walk around is not spoiling. Little did you know your dog is a born assassin who is playing the long game. Kaya's a big girl. I have a bigger girl. Yeah, she's a big girl. Yeah, it does make me sad. Ban this guy. Ban this guy. He's not gonna get banned. We'll be giving her a day in the week and spend hours outside for her favorite place. There's like bad spoiling and good spoiling, right? That's like the difference.
In the opposite direction, train her into thinking that she can just like get my attention by crying in the background.
I don't like you. And the worst part is, this mistreatment of Kaya actually
Agreed. I don't like him whatsoever. At all. I don't care. I don't like him at all. Especially after this. I just want this man gone for good. Like, I just want this man gone for good off the internet. I don't care what needs to happen, but this guy needs to go off the internet. Ban him worldwide. I don't know. Do something. It's just like, also like crying. Also like crying. Maybe she has her needs. Maybe she wants, maybe it's not crying. Maybe she wants attention from her owner. Maybe she wants attention essentially from her papa. And he's such a spoiled Labrador. It was the first dog I worked with and it was so funny. Why he sucks. Twitch shareholders, dick. Nah, the Twitch, nah. Twitch sucks his dick. You got it all wrong. They suck his dick. Spoil, I spoil my pup with extra treats and many head pats. She gets, mine gets so many treats. That big chunky girl gets so many treats. It's crazy. He was the dog of F, rich and important owner. The guy was was in shock, but the Labrador had the last word in the house. I am not walking the dog is walking me. That's me, by the way, with mine. The dog is walking me, not the other way around. You can convince the Labrador to go out to walk without bribing with treats. Smart dog.
Started when she was just a puppy. In one incident, Hasan puts puppy Kaya in a small enclosure with his bigger dog Fiona, encouraging Fiona to bite Kaya and basically teach her a lesson while he laughs maniacally about how funny it is to watch his little baby dog be scared.
I've seen her. Kaya is really funny when she's scared. Being scared, but it gives me anxiety. Maybe it's me. No, I want her to bite her. What do you mean? That they had to chop it. Fiona snaps at her, she'll just go ah, 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 and like run away. Run away like a goofball crying. It's the funniest thing on the planet. She needs to learn.
Absolute sociopath. Nobody can tell me nobody can tell me that man is not mentally ill, not mentally well, not right in the head. Nobody can tell me that. Nobody can tell me that. He finds it funny. I would find that funny. Why do they do that though? The rep goes down with Hasan and they're alienating so many people because Dan Clancy has TDS. That's why. Look at his chat. Brain dead insults. There's also lots of women in there. It's not funny. It isn't. Hasan is so vapid. The dude did red pill content for the Young Turks before leftist grift from Destiny. Learning the leftist grift from Destiny. Who cares about Cuxtony at this point? That dude is just as bad. My lonely observing humans talking about their dogs and cats. Well, you do have a cute guy though. Kyle was born in the cage with Fiona, but think about the future a bit. Yeah, it's just like, this is just legitimately not, I don't think that's funny whatsoever. Brenna now half the size of Kaya, and Kaya probably didn't like her since she didn't accept her as a puppy, which is understandable. Right. So, she's gonna learn from her to bite, essentially. And when she's older, right, there could have been a chance that she could have just had enough and then just, you know, go get Fiona. Like, I know this. I've seen this before as well. Doug, I have an important question. What's TDS? Don't use some random abbreviation. TDS is Trump derangement syndrome. That is what Dan Clancy essentially has. He has Trump derangement syndrome. Make the cute guy your pet. The Roman Colosseum is less insane than this man, I would think. Probably.
See? See?
The wind, children.
Did you see that? I want you guys to see what happens when she actually gets scared. It's so funny.
I'm not sure what Hasan's dogs are supposed to be learning from this little gladiator session right here. Aside from the fact that he will just go ahead and endanger them himself. This will probably shock none of you given my position on, you know, most issues, but I am a big believer that dogs will just figure it out and that they have their own dynamics and their own ways of communicating that obviously humans don't really fully super understand, even if we think we do. And I've been like that basically forever. Like, obviously, if dogs are attacking each other and being violent and biting and all that type of thing, yes, for real, get involved and protect your pet. But if they're just kind of working out how to play with each other or whatever, or setting boundaries,
that's pretty normal, right? Sometimes, see, if you want to get dogs along, there's gonna be some minor physical altercations. That's fine, right? We had that plenty of times as well, right? My dad has a German Shepherd. these two didn't get along at all mostly because of the German Shepherd. Like, she doesn't give a rat's ass, right? She'll just, like, be chill. She doesn't even acknowledge his existence most of the time, which is interesting. Then he went essentially a little too far, and then she was like, yo, bro, boy, I'm bigger than you. Got on top of him, pushed him to the ground, and that was it. Since then, he's been, the most, nice dog towards her ever since. Nothing happened since. But yeah, that was necessary because he really, really is as it is with young dogs, they need to learn hierarchy oftentimes. I've never been a dog, you know, what else would I need? Dog treats. A lot of them, true, exactly, treats. Well, according to Hasan, you need a shock collar.
I think that's perfectly fine. But with that said, I just couldn't ever see myself laughing or finding it funny that one of my dogs was going after one of my other dogs. This is psychotic. But this does seem to kind of explain why Kaya has apparently attacked other dogs in the past. Dogs are not companions to Hasan. They are props for his content, slaves even. And Hasan thinks that owning a pet is akin to owning a slave for personal consumption. He said so once in a rant where he was seemingly trying to make a point about the overall immorality of pet ownership. Ah yes, pet ownership is very, very immoral, says the guy who shocks his dog to keep her compliant.
Well, see, they don't do it here with dogs, right? They don't do it here with dogs, but they do it here as well, here in Germany. But they do differently when it comes to the immorality of dogs. They damage the climate, yes. There has been significant push against pet ownership because my climate, the more you know. As long two dogs convince the treat is theirs to have, the treat can create a war, so now how to give them treats and when. Treats aren't supposed to be free. If you have free as much as you want, then sure, give all the dogs in the world. But usually treats help dogs to understand what they did when they did something good. Yeah. See, I just randomly give her something. I can't. Like, when she's begging, you lose. I have not the willpower. Literally, dog is more of a decoration to him than a living being. Absolutely. 100%. There's no doubt about it.
Okay. Hasan has also more or less made it clear that he prioritizes the aesthetics of his dogs over their ability to breathe or like the functionality of the breed. When he was dog shopping in 2023, someone told him to avoid French bulldogs because of their breathing problems, but Hasan disagreed with that advice, saying that he didn't care and that it's just a dog.
It's just such a lib ass, like, oh dude, please don't get a Frenchie. I just wrote a Vox article talking about how problematic they are. Like, I don't give a f. I know they have breathing problems. I know they're incredibly f***ing inbred. I don't give a shit. I know. I don't care. Like, I don't give a shit. This is a dog.
Which doesn't really make any sense, because if your dog has breathing problems, you will pay for those breathing.
Yeah, you will. See, here's a fun fact about golden retrievers. They're incredibly inbred. Like, incredibly inbred. I think 1 out of 3 golden retrievers will get cancer at one point. So yeah, they're incredibly inbred. That's like the problem with a lot of dog breeds nowadays. They're so incredibly inbred or overbred. That's also another issue.
Problems in vet bills over time, unless your plan is to let your dog slowly suffocate, which might be a possibility, considering he's tried to suffocate his current dog.
I think you're choking her.
So yeah. Checks out. Depressingly, this type of behavior hasn't only been reserved for Kaya either. Hasan has acted this way towards his other dog, Fish. Why would you call a dog Fish? Clips have circulated showing Hasan pulling Fish by his tail, and really, we probably should have expected all of this from a man who openly advocates for political violence at every turn. As much as I don't like Hasan, I am trying to be fair in the criticism here, and as far as tail pulling goes, I have 2 big dogs with big long tails, and I know that if I pulled it, it would hurt them. I know that, but I'm
if I can say that if I pulled my dog's tail, I'd no longer be pulling anything for a while. Like, she would absolutely bite me if I hurt her, because that's how this dog breed is. naturally. So I wouldn't do anything to hurt her. If it's on accident, usually nothing happens. But yeah, I would probably catch a bite right there if I did that. A living, breathing being. What's that? Said by Hasan at some point. Probably poor fish. Such a weird name.
Also, like, okay, well, if there was a context where something, you know, serious was happening and I needed to get them immediately, and say they were, I don't know, trying to fight with a snake or something, and I needed to get them away from the snake really quickly, but I couldn't get to their neck or, you know, to their collar or whatever, would I pull their tail? And I still don't think I would. I'd probably grab their hindquarters and pull them back, just because that's meatier. I don't know. I'm not a fan of any of this. I don't know. Maybe I'm the weirdo. I just cannot see a context where I'd be pulling on my dog's tail. Even if I needed to get them for some emergency reason. I wasn't sure where else this fit, but I do want to add it into this video, and I want to come back to these damn shock collars, okay? Because I think that there is established evidence that Hasan uses them. He has shown this and admitted to it over the years. For example, during a conversation at what looks like a house party, he, along with someone else who I'm sure matters on some niche corner of the internet, discuss how a dog trainer that they know/use, I suppose, uses shock collars. Hasan indicates that it's how you can have your dog off leash.
He'll get a shock collar. He'll get training to like basically be off collar. Like you don't need to ever have a leash on him.
Also, in all of this, because people on the internet are incredibly observant, to put it mildly.
Yeah. See, that's the problem if you stream 8 to 10 hours a day. All the weird shit you're doing is on video. That's the good part about all these retards doing this.
People went to the effort of finding specific clips that showed the shock collar's remote on Hasan's desk while he is streaming when there's different angles. There's also another clip that people found where Hasan tries to subtly take a shock collar remote out of his bag, in addition to hiding it from those filming, because I guess these people film themselves everywhere, I don't know, while out in public with the dogs. And this makes sense given that Hasan has seemingly used these devices for years. Alright, so where does this leave all of this? And like I said, I do try to be charitable to people even when I don't think they deserve it. Let's pretend for a moment that we are in civil court and this whole situation is a balance of probabilities. Is it more probable that Hasan isn't very nice to his dogs? I think the answer to that is yes. Is it also probable that using shock and training collars on some dogs is kind of cruel and awful? I think that answer is also yes. This I can also attest to because we actually bought one from my little girl dog because she screams at everything and we were at our wits' end trying everything to get her to stop. And I hate to admit this, it's embarrassing, but we used it once and I hated the sound that she made, and we haven't ever done it again. So...
Never done it again. Never. Never done it. Will never. Have never, will never. Whether it's shock, prong, vibration, I won't do it ever. There must be another solution. Electric collars, I say, is needed for nuisance dogs, not for domestic dogs. If he wanted to be a bad person, maybe recording all of said bad deeds every day isn't exactly the most intelligent choice. Yeah, probably not. Nothing. Like, Joe needs a shock collar. Get a big one. Nah.
Look, I understand that when you want your dog to just act right, sometimes it's, you know, people are inclined to do this type of thing to them. But, you know, for me personally, and I'm trying not to pass judgment on other people. I'm passing judgment on Hasan, but I'm not trying to pass judgment on everybody. This would not be for me. This is not something that I would want to do to my dog. It feels quite wrong. That said, there is a ton of support for shock collars, particularly among dog trainers and lots of other kinds of people. I can't unilaterally say in one direction or another if it's right or wrong, but it's wrong for me. That hill I will die on. But when we are talking about Hasan and not a...
For me, it's very simple. It's wrong. I think it's wrong. I think it's wrong to do that. That shock collar proof the dog trainer's tools. People with a little bit of heart would know. The owner won't know how to use it justify it. Really? The dog trainer just looking for shortcut. Since the tool is that effective, yeah. Yep, pain is very effective.
Applying this to any and all other situations, I think it's mental to shock your dog for trying to move off of its bed. I think it is insane to reportedly force your dog to stay in the same spot for hours and hours and hours on end. I think it's unhinged to act like your dog is spoiled because it's hurt and or wants attention, and I also think it's mad to use your dog as some sort of prop in the background of your live streams. And after seeing all of this, I have to come to the conclusion that Hasan probably shouldn't be allowed to have dogs. I'm sorry, he's not very nice to them. And the thing, guys, that I want you to remember is that these clips are what he's allowing you to see. How does this person act behind the scenes? It is possible in some universe that everybody has misunderstood what has gone on here and this dog isn't.
Unlikely, though. Unlikely. See? That's what she's right. That's what we see on stream. How does he treat her off stream? We don't know. We don't know. We don't. Paid from the dog side. For the trainer owners, just push a button. Obviously, I won't call every single person who uses a shot call a horrible, evil-bred person, but I'd probably stay away from them and silently judge from a comfortable distance away or something. Like a really big, ginormous side eye.
Being mistreated in any way, but I personally don't think that's the case. And the people defending him, despite the growing evidence, and I'm sure that there's so much more out there, what I've included in this video is just what people have been able to find, because I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm really not gonna go and watch hours and hours and hours of Hasan content. I'm not gonna do that to myself. Anyway, the people defending him and downplaying the behavior and denying what is right in front of their very eyes, I don't have a lot of nice things to say about these people, because I don't know, I think excusing this type of thing because you ideologically agree with somebody is kind of ass.
I have an idea what we should do with these people. For the men, we're gonna put electric collars around the balls, like an electric chastity cage, electric one, right? And they get shocked every single time they get an erection. And for the women, on the booba. Anyways.
Denying. This isn't a political issue, but I do feel like Hasan's defenders and followers are making it one, making it seem like he's being attacked because he's a massive leftist, when in reality, I think it's because your average person watches an animal being mistreated and feels some type of way about it. I get the impression that Hasan is one of those people who views dogs as a thing that should do something for him rather than a member of the family, and I actually think that that is an attitude that was really pervasive even in Western countries, with dads especially, up until quite recently. You know, that was an attitude that my dad had before we got our family dog. He was like, dogs are working dogs. They live outside and they live in the shed, and that's what they do. They don't come in the house. And I kind of feel like that's what we are seeing and observing in Hasan, is this attitude that the dog is there for you. And he's more or less said this himself. You know, this is not something that he views as an autonomous little creature. He views it as a slave that he's using for his own consumption. So with this in mind, it's not surprising that he has done this to not only Kaya, but to other dogs that...
Isn't there a manga called Dog? Another word for what people used for slaves in America? Wow. That fits here incredibly well.
That he's had in the past. And it's not surprising that he's expressed a lot of opinions that are not very animal friendly over the years. And look, guys, at the end of the day, this topic may have been blown out of proportion. I don't think it has been. I think that people are just finding more and more evidence to back up the original claim of abuse and mistreatment. But, you know, if it has been blown out of proportion, I still think it's worth having conversations around this, particularly when people are making their dogs front and center in the things that they're doing. I don't ever think it's a bad thing to advocate for treating animals with decency and with kindness and with love, especially the animals that you choose to bring into your home. Now, on that note, and before I open the floor to all of you, this is just a reminder, check out Fume using the link in the description. As you guys know, they've been a massive supporter of this channel, and I recently actually bullied a friend of mine into giving them a try because this friend of mine is a vapey person and likes to inhale things that are not so great. right. So if you are like my friend, definitely check Fume out, give them a go, see if they might be able to help you. Now I open the floor to all of you. What do you all think?
The video is practically over here. See, what do I think? What do I think is very simple. This man should not own a dog. This man should not stream on Twitch. In general, this man should not stream in general. He should be banned off of social media platforms. It is that simple. And I think maybe somebody should give him a taste of his own medicine, put a collar on him, and see how it feels. That's pretty much what I believe. That is pretty much what I believe. It's that simple. Put the man in the shock collar himself. My dog may technically be mine, but that doesn't mean I get to treat it worse than an Amazon worker. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. This dog is not allowed to do anything. She's not allowed to do anything. This man is a horrible human being. Get rid of this dude immediately.